Well, hey, howdy, hi! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by to join me today. I really do appreciate it. My name is Ellie, and I'm a witch, and this over here is my teaching assistant, Andy, and today is Monday, and on my channel it means it is Misheard History. And today's history topic is going to be the Cadaver Synod. It feels great to be back already. This is going to be video number 1. Happy October. Happy spooky season, even better. As you can tell, the set has changed a little bit. Obviously, we have like the spooky stuff going on for Halloween, but I moved. I moved across the country, and I now live in Virginia, and so it's different now, and that's why I haven't been uploading. But I'm gonna try to get back into the normal swing of things. Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays. I am considering taking a step back from what was Cryptid Countdown. It's now going to be Legends and Lore. I'm just not enjoying doing those as often as I have been, so that might be an every other week kind of thing. I'm still going to be consistent with the Misheard History and Tea Time and True Crime. Speaking of which, because I keep telling you guys that I'm going to do it, and I haven't recorded the video yet, we're doing Genie the Pharaoh Child tomorrow. But yeah, so just a little bit about that, and with all of that prelude being included, we're going to jump into the video. So like I said, today's topic is the Cadaver Synod. I really hope I'm saying that correctly. It is an Italian thing, whatever. So during the 9th and into the 10th centuries, there was a political instability in Italy. Now this had quickly caused a succession of pontiffs, which are essentially high priests. Between 872 and 965, there were 24 different popes. For many of those years, there was a new pope every year. Now, what I'm going to be calling our main character is Formosus, who actually became the Bishop of Porto Santo Rufino in 864 during the pontification of Pope Nicholas I. From my understanding, this has something to do with leading Mass, not actually being Pope. Now, Nicholas in 866 was sent as a legate to Bulgaria, and he was successful in this position. Now, a legate is a clergy member. Bulgarian ruler Boris I was so impressed he actually asked the Pope to appoint him Archbishop of Bulgaria. Now Nicholas refused, citing the 15th canon, which are laws in the Catholic Church, of the Second Council of Nicaea, quote, a law that was supposed to prevent bishops from building up their own little fiefdoms. In 875, after Charles the Bald had his imperial coronation, Formosus fled from Rome, fearing the then Pope John VIII. In 976, John VIII issued a series of accusations against not only Formosus, but his associates as well, at a synod in Santa Maria Rotunda. His accusations asserted that Formosus somehow corrupted the minds of Bulgarians, quote, so that as long as Formosus was alive, they would not accept any other bishop from the Apostolic See. That they all tried to usurp power from John VIII, and they were conspiring against John VIII and King or Emperor Charles the Bald. As a result of these accusations, Formosus and his associates were excommunicated. Then in 879, a council was held at Troyes, where John VIII possibly upheld the excommunication of Formosus. Author Exilius of Naples was at the council and wrote that Formosus was also present and was begging for forgiveness. In return for his excommunication being lifted, he swore an oath to remain a layman for the rest of his life, layman being a non-ordained person, never return to Rome, and to never try to return to his position as bishop. This account is disputed, as several other accounts state that Formosus was not president and John VIII just upheld his excommunication. His troubles did all end, though, when John VIII died in 1882. At this point, Formosus resumed his position as bishop in Porto, and he stayed in that position until he was elected pope in 891. As Pope, Formosus crowned Lambert of Spoleto co-ruler of the Holy Roman Empire in 892. This was due to the fact that Lambert's father, Guy III of Spoleto, was crowned ruler by John VIII. Now, due to his apparent fears of Guy III, Formosus invited the Carolingian Duke Arnulf of Carinthia to invade Italy to receive the imperial crown. Now, the first invasion failed, but Guy III died shortly after. Formosus once again extended his invitation in 895, and the next year Arnulf was successful in his invasion and was crowned Holy Roman Emperor. In 896, Arnulf and Formosus died within months of each other. The next pope was Boniface VI, who died about 2 weeks after being appointed. Now, Lambert and his mother returned to Rome when Stephen VI was appointed pope. It was after this that the Cadaver Synod took place in early 897. Now, I realize that I have not actually explained what a cadaver synod is. A synod is a trial of sorts, and so in this case, cadaver synod would be a trial of a dead person or a cadaver. Now, the most widely believed purpose of the cadaver synod was that it was politically motivated. Now, Forthmothus had always been pro-Carolinian, and it is thought that this crowning of Lambert had been a coerced move. After Arnulf's death, Carolingian control fell in Rome. This meant that Lambert was likely just waiting to take power back and to possibly take out some revenge posthumously on Forthmothus. Though this view of Lambert wanting revenge was argued against in 932. Lambert pushed for the nullification of the Cadaver Synod in 898 at the Ravenna Council. The actual synod was a bit strange. Presumably in or around January of 897, Stephen VI ordered that Formosus's tomb be brought to the papal court for judgment. They propped the corpse on the throne and appointed a deacon to speak for the deceased. Formosus was accused of transmitigating sees, which was a violation of canon law. I believe that this has something to do with transferring souls from one body to another. Feel free to correct me on that one. Committing perjury and serving as a bishop as a layman. Eventually, the corpse of Formosus was found guilty. Now, according to various sources, Formosus was stripped of his papal vestments, a specific pope shawl, had 3 fingers of his right hand that had been used to bestow blessings cut off, and lastly, he had all acts and ordinations formally invalidated. His body was reburied in a graveyard for foreigners, but later dug up again, tied to weights, and cast into the Tiber River. As a result of the synod, Rome actually turned against Stephen VI. After Formosus's corpse washed up on shore, there were rumors that he was still performing miracles. A public uprising deposed and imprisoned Stephen VI, and he was strangled to death in prison in the summer of 897. In December of that same year, Pope Theodore II convened another synod that annulled the Cadaver Synod. He ordered that Formosus be reburied in St. Peter's Basilica and in Pope vestments. Another 2 synods were held by John IX, which both upheld the results of the synod held by Theodore II. It also resulted in the excommunication of 7 cardinals who were involved in the Cadaver Synod and formally banned trials of corpses. However, Pope Sergius III, who had taken part in the Cadaver Synod as a co-judge, overturned the rulings of Theodore II and John IX, which reaffirmed Formosus's conviction. He then had a laudatory epitaph engraved into Stephen VI's tomb. Now this just means that he inscribed praise for the man. And that is all that I have for you. It was a very strange case to research, to say the least. Never heard of a corpse being put on trial. Glad that they eventually, officially, formally banned trials of corpses. Great for them. It really makes you think, like, there's warning labels on stuff because people have done stupid stuff. And it makes you think. But yeah, so that's all that I have. Next week, I'm actually going to be talking about the 3 defenestrations of Prague. I know that a lot of people know about the one, but there was 3, technically more, but I'll get into that next week. Don't you worry. So yeah, so on Monday, that'll be the next case. Tomorrow, I'll be talking about Jeannie, the feral child. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be back in with my cryptid stuff, and I'm going to be talking about the cryptids of Utah. And as I said at the beginning, I'm clearly in a new setup. I did just move. Well, actually, I moved like a month ago, but trying to get set up, it's been different. It's been a little bit difficult, but we're back now. So the setup looks a little bit different. We Halloweenified it. It's lovely. I have some new co-hosts. It's great. But I might do a little bit of a room tour on TikTok because my filming wall extends up as well. I obviously have stuff on this side, and I'm decorating my room. I'm painting on the walls, and I'm doing fun stuff like that, so I might do a little bit of a room tour on TikTok. I'll put that somewhere on the screen. I might explain a little bit more about the move, because I did move across country, and I've lived on the other side of the country from Virginia my whole life, so it's been really different. But it's been a good move so far, so, you know, I have high hopes for here. It's gonna be great. But yeah, so if you want to check that out, check out Andy's Instagram. I might be posting some more pictures from a vacation that I never posted pictures of. So there's that. But regardless of my other stuff, if you guys want to check out tomorrow's video, that would be fantastic. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.